In the annals of history, few figures loom as large as Aristotle. Born in a small Macedonian town, he rose to become one of the most influential thinkers of all time. His life was a relentless quest for knowledge, a journey that took him from the halls of Plato's academy to the courts of kings and the shores of distant lands. This is the story of Aristotle, a philosopher, scientist, and teacher whose ideas shaped Western civilization and continue to resonate today. His legacy is not just in the books he wrote, but in the way he taught us to think, to observe, and to question the world around us. His story is not just one of intellectual achievement, but of personal resilience, political intrigue, and the enduring quest to understand our place in the cosmos. Prepare to journey through the life of a man who dared to question everything. Aristotle was born in 384 BCE in Stagira, a modest town perched on the rugged coast of northern Greece. His father, Nicomachus, was no ordinary man, a physician to the Macedonian king Amyntas III. Nicomachus belonged to a lineage of healers who traced their roots to the legendary Asclepius. This early exposure to medicine and biology planted the seeds of Aristotle's lifelong fascination with the natural world. But life was not without hardship. Orphaned at a young age, Aristotle was taken under the wing of a guardian, Proxenus of Atarneus, who ensured the boy's education continued. The world around him was turbulent. The Greek city-states were locked in political rivalries, and Macedonia was rising as a formidable power under King Amyntas. It was a time of both conflict and intellectual blossoming, setting the stage for Aristotle's extraordinary journey. At 17, Aristotle left Stagira for Athens, the intellectual heartbeat of the ancient world. There he entered Plato's academy, a sanctuary of learning where philosophy was not just studied, but lived. For nearly 2 decades, Aristotle immersed himself in the teachings of Plato, absorbing lessons on metaphysics, ethics, and the nature of reality. Yet, beneath the surface of admiration, a quiet tension brewed. Plato's world was one of ideal forms, perfect, unchanging blueprints behind the chaos of the physical world. Aristotle, ever the observer, began to question this. He sought answers not in abstract ideals, but in the tangible, living world around him. This divergence would mark the beginning of a philosophical revolution. At the academy, Aristotle's mind expanded beyond philosophy. He mastered rhetoric, understanding the power of persuasion through logic, character, and emotion. Mathematics sharpened his reasoning, while his curiosity about living creatures deepened. The seeds of his future works in biology and ethics were sown here, nurtured by the vibrant intellectual climate of Athens. Plato's death in 347 BCE sent ripples through the academy, and Aristotle found himself at a crossroads. Leaving Athens, he ventured east to Assos, a city in Asia Minor ruled by Hermias of Atarneus, a former student of Plato and a powerful patron. Here, Aristotle found a new home and a new purpose. Hermias's court was a beacon for thinkers, a place where philosophy and politics intertwined. Aristotle's bond with Hermias was more than political. He married Pythias, Hermias's niece or adopted daughter, weaving his life into the fabric of this intellectual community. But this haven was fragile. When Persian forces captured and executed Hermias, Aristotle mourned deeply, honoring his friend with a hymn and a statue at Delphi. From Assos, Aristotle moved to Mytilene on the island of Lesbos, where the natural world became his laboratory. Alongside Theophrastus, a fellow philosopher and future successor, Aristotle embarked on pioneering biological research. They studied marine life, plants and animals with a meticulous eye, cataloguing and classifying species in ways never done before. This empirical approach was revolutionary, a clear break from Plato's idealism, grounding philosophy in observation and evidence. Aristotle's reputation as a scholar and thinker soon reached the Macedonian court. In 343 BCE, he was summoned to tutor the young Prince Alexander, the future conqueror of the known world. For several years, Aristotle shaped Alexander's mind, teaching him philosophy, science, medicine, and politics. This role was more than education. It was a fusion of intellect and power. Aristotle's teachings influenced Alexander's vision of empire and governance, blending Greek culture with the diverse lands Alexander would later conquer. Their relationship was complex, a mix of admiration, influence, and the weight of history in the making. After his tutoring years, Aristotle returned to Athens and founded his own school, the Lyceum. Unlike the academy, the Lyceum was a bustling center of research and teaching, where Aristotle and his students walked the peripatos, the covered walkways, discussing everything from ethics to zoology. Here, Aristotle's genius flourished. He wrote extensively, producing works on logic, metaphysics, ethics, politics, rhetoric, and natural sciences. His method was systematic: observe, classify, analyze, and reason. This empirical approach laid the foundation for the scientific method, centuries before it was formally recognized. The Lyceum was more than a school, it was a hub of innovation. Aristotle's students, including Theophrastus, carried forward his legacy, expanding knowledge across disciplines. His influence permeated philosophy, science, and education, shaping Western thought for generations. Aristotle's life was not without controversy. After the death of Alexander in 323 BCE, anti-Macedonian sentiment surged in Athens. Aristotle, closely tied to the Macedonian court, faced hostility. To avoid prosecution on charges of impiety, a fate that had befallen Socrates, he fled to Chalcis on the island of Euboea. There, in relative exile, Aristotle spent his final year. He continued writing and reflecting on his vast body of work. In 322 BCE, at the age of 62, Aristotle died, leaving behind a legacy that would echo through the ages. Aristotle's life was a bridge between worlds, from the small town of Stagira to the grand halls of Athens, from Plato's idealism to empirical science, from tutoring a future emperor to founding a school that would inspire centuries. His works laid the groundwork for logic, biology, ethics, politics, and more. For over 2 millennia, Aristotle's ideas have been studied, debated, and built upon. His insistence on observation and reason shaped the scientific revolution, while his ethical and political theories continue to influence modern thought. In the story of human knowledge, Aristotle stands as a towering figure, a relentless seeker of truth whose life journey reminds us that the pursuit of wisdom is both timeless and transformative. Aristotle's impact extends beyond academic circles. His emphasis on virtue and ethics shaped moral philosophy, influencing legal systems and societal norms. His political theories exploring governance and citizenship continue to inform political discourse. From the sciences to the humanities, Aristotle's intellectual footprint is undeniable. He challenged us to question, to observe, and to seek understanding in all aspects of life. His legacy is a testament to the enduring power of human curiosity and the pursuit of wisdom, inspiring generations to explore the depths of knowledge and the heights of human potential.